right, so take your time. Coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, come onto your back, soles of your feet together, knees open wide. Maybe rest your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your belly. Feel free to take any other arm variation that feels comfortable here. And then close your eyes. Take a moment here to settle in. Let your bones get heavier as they fall into the floor. Relax the muscles of your face and let your eyes get heavier in their sockets. Bring some awareness to the sensations underneath your hands. As you inhale, notice a rise of your belly, a rise of your chest. You might notice your hands moving away from each other. And as you exhale, notice a softening in your chest, an emptying of your belly, and maybe those hands coming closer together. Allowing yourself to shift into the role of the observer. Observe your thoughts. Observe your body. Observe your breath. We've been discussing the 8 limbs of yoga. We're on the second limb, which are the niyamas. There are 5 niyamas, and today we're talking about SVADHYAYA. SVADHYAYA is to recollect the self, or even recollect the self. SVADHYAYA is the art, the act of contemplating and meditating on the self, and putting an effort to know the light and the source that shines as the innermost core of your being. Self-study. So ways we can practice SVADHYAYA are by acquiring teachers to guide us, reading texts and books, being mindful through meditation, maybe even journaling or taking walks. And also the practice of the yamas and the niyamas is a beautiful way to study the self. Also, every time you come to your mat, we're able to use our own bodies as laboratories for exploration. So today in your flow, I want you to remain in that role of the observer and just study yourself. See what manifests in your physical body that might be revealing clues from what's going on inside. Get to know how you respond to things, maybe thoughts that pop up. Just observe and study. From here, gently draw your knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your knees, give your knees a good little squeeze, and then take a moment here to rock side to side. Loosen up your hip creases, your lower back. You might even let that trickle up into your neck and your head. Find a little more mobility in your spine. And draw your belly in, start to rock forwards and backwards a couple times, massaging your spine as you rock to your shoulder blades and up to your sit bones. Take that a couple times. And then when you're ready, make your way onto all fours. Any way you'd like. You can roll over your shins, swing your legs around. Set yourself up here, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Spread your fingers wide. Tuck and spread your toes. Taking a few rounds of cow and cat pose. Inhale, cow, drop your belly, flip your sit bones to the ceiling, pull your heart through your arms, gaze up. Exhale, cat, tuck your tailbone, lift your belly. Push your shoulders forward over your wrists and then lift your upper back towards the ceiling. Spread between your shoulder blades. Again, inhale, wave through your spine. Cow, sit bones, lift, heart pulls forward. Exhale, cat, tuck your tailbone, lift your belly, drop your head. And now close your eyes. Roll through cow and cat pose on your own. And with your eyes closed, just observe. See how this feels in your body today. And if there's any extra movement you'd like to add, go for it. Maybe a circle of the head, sway of your hips side to side. You might even press back to child's pose a couple times. Just listen to your body. Know that My voice is just a suggestion, and you are your true teacher. Take about 2 more breaths here. No rush at all. Finish up, especially if you're taking something that requires both sides. And we'll all meet up in downward facing dog. So take your time. Once you arrive in down dog, just explore your down dog. Same thing here, eyes can be closed or open. Just move around a little bit. See how your body feels. Take what you need today. Try and eliminate habits. So really listen, really check in, study, and then respond. As you find your down dog here, press the floor away with your hands. Lift your sit bones up and back. See if you can spread your shoulder blades away from each other, right to left. And at the same time, imagine you could drag your hands in towards each other. Melt your heels towards the floor. Relax your neck. Maybe give your head a shake, yes and no. And on an inhale, rise high on your toes. As you exhale, pivot your heels to the right and lower them to the floor. So the outer edge of your left foot and the inner edge of your right foot are nearly parallel to the back edge of your mat. Keep pressing your hands down and forward. Lift your hips up and back. Get longer through that left side waist, and then keep melting your heels towards the floor. Stay here. Take a big breath into your left side body. Big exhale. Inhale through center, rise high on your toes. Exhale, pivot your heels to the left and lower them down. So the outer edge of your right foot, inner edge of your left foot are nearly parallel with the back edge of your mat. Keep pressing your hands down and forward. Lift your hips, get longer through that right side body. Inhale, fill up. Melt your heels to the floor a little more as you exhale. Inhale, center, rise high on your toes. Exhale, melt your heels to the floor. Keep that energy reaching down and out through your heels. Inhale, shift forward to plank. So as you pull forward, get longer out your heels through the top of your head. Press the floor away with your hands. Pull your belly and front ribs in and up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, shift forward to plank. Strong core, long body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. This time, pause. Lower your right knee to the floor. We're going to pivot into a modified side plank on the right. So spin the outer edge of your left foot down, rotate your right foot to the right side of your space, and reach your left arm high to the sky. Good. Press your right hand down and forward, try and lift your left hip a little higher to the ceiling, and then open your heart, gaze to your left thumb. Slide your shoulder blades down your back away from your ears. Keep reaching through your left fingers, and on an inhale, come all the way up to stand on your legs, and extend your arms to a T. Turning this into gate pose, turn your right palm to the ceiling. Inhale, reach your right arm up and back. Let your left hand slide down your left leg. Press down more through your right knee. Send your hips forward towards the side wall in front of you. Can you turn your gaze into your upper right arm or right elbow? Take a big breath in, get longer through your right side. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your time. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Strong body, long body. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Last time, inhale, shift forward to plank. This time, lower your left knee to the floor. Coming into modified side plank, take your time. Pivot that left heel to the left. Seal the outer edge of your right foot down. Reach your right arm up. Press your left hand down and forward to poke that right hip a little higher. Keep reaching through your right fingers and soften your shoulders away from your ears. On an inhale, rise up. Standing on your legs, arms to a T. Stay there, turn your left palm to the ceiling. Another inhale takes you up and back. Left arm stretches up. Right hand slides down your right leg. Press your left knee into the floor. Press your hips forward towards the side wall in front of you. Gaze to your upper left arm or left elbow. Take a big breath in, lengthen your left side. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your time. And this time, inhale, shift forward to plank. 5 slow counts to lower to the floor. In 5, you can always lower your knees to the floor. 4, elbows straight back. 3, 2, 1. So nice, you guys. Untuck your toes. Walk your legs together as if you have one leg and anchor the tops of your feet to the floor so much that your knees lift off the floor so your legs are active. Reach behind you, interlace your fingers. Try and squeeze your palms. On an inhale, Shalabhasana, poke your knuckles to the wall behind you. Keep your feet grounded and lift your chest. Tuck your chin slightly so the back of your neck is long. Get wider through your collarbones, draw your shoulder blades together. Use your legs as an anchor as you press down through your feet and your pelvis. Inhale, lift your chest 2 inches higher. Exhale, release. Forehead to the floor, hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Inhale, press up to plank or all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here, take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, empty. Exhale, let it go. And start to pedal out your legs. Walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Once you arrive at the top of your mat, heel toe your feet mat width apart. So go wide with your legs. And then step your feet back just a little so you have about 1.5 feet space between your toes and the front of your mat. Bend your knees deeply, come all the way into a prayer squat. With your elbows inside your knees, bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Press your knees open at the same time, squeeze your knees into your elbows, and see if that can give your heart and the top of your head a little more energy up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. From here, elbows stay where they are. Just stretch your arms straight. Grab for the outer edges of your mat with your hands. I want you to puff your upper back towards the space behind you. Drop your head and pull your mat forward with your hands. So we're trying to get a nice spread between our shoulder blades. And then you can take whatever feels good. You might rock side to side in your legs, maybe shake your head side to side. Keep that oppositional pull, hands pull forward. Upper back pulls up and back as those shoulder blades spread. Take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, release. Hands to the floor, straighten your legs, drop your head. Have a little sway side to side. As you sway, start to walk your feet in until they're hip width distance. Bend your knees lush. Grab hold of opposite elbows and use those elbows. Pull your torso towards the floor. Get longer from your hip creases to your armpits. Get longer from your armpits to your elbows. As you press down into your heels, can you get longer from your heels to your sit bones? Take what you need here. And release your arms, give your head and shoulders a little shake. Soften your knees, slowly unroll all the way up to stand. No rush at all once you arrive. Just take a couple shoulder rolls back. Step your feet together, arrange yourself at the top of your mat. Big toes touch, hands to prayer in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Stepping again into the role of the observer, just to observe from that tiny bit of movement, any shifts, any changes. I offer you the intention today of bringing awareness to the observer. Expanding your study of self. Working to gather information and get to know yourself. Bow your forehead to your hands. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up, lift your heart, press your palms. Today, exhale your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms. Inhale, chest expansion, drive your knuckles down and back, lift your heart to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold with chest expansion. Feel free to soften your knees as much as you need. Keep your shoulder blades drawing together, widen through the collarbones. Stay here, take a big breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, half lift, lengthen, tailbone back, top of the head forward. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, press the floor away with your hands, draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathe. Take these moments to check in. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift, pull so far forward that you shift more weight into your toes. Exhale, fold and let it go. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up, press your palms. Exhale, your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, chest expansion, knuckles drive down, heart lifts. Exhale, forward fold with chest expansion. Bring your forehead closer to your shins. Work your arms further overhead to the wall in front of you. Stay for a breath in. As you exhale, release your arms. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, spread your fingers, spread your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog, settle, breathe. As we start to peel away the layers and the distractions that hide our true self within, it's often these moments of stillness that we can really start to see and observe. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up, press your palms. Exhale, your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, chest expansion. Exhale, forward fold, chest expansion. Let a breath in. And as you exhale, release your arms. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Can you find that spread between your shoulder blades and that squeezing of your hands towards each other? Keep that flip of your sit bones high as your heels melt to the floor. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold and stay. Heel toe your feet hip width apart. Padangustasana, soften your knees. Grab onto your big toes and yogic toe lock. First two fingers in your thumbs. On an inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, pull your fingers and toes into each other. Draw your shoulder blades up your back and actively reach the top of your head to the floor. As your belly slides over your thighs, can you find a little more space in your hip creases? Press down into your heels and flip those sit bones high. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take another breath in and out. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet all the way to touch. Big toes together. Inhale, sit low. Utkatasana, take your time. Drop your hips low. Stand out through your heart, up through your fingertips. Pull your belly in and drag your hips back. Get longer from your hip creases to your kneecaps. Get longer from your hip creases to your armpits. As you squeeze your knees together, pull your belly in. Shift so much weight into your heels that your toes lighten. Stay here for a breath in. Exhale, half chair. Get so low that your fingers can or almost touch the floor. Keep that depth in your hips, that bend in your knees. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Just lift your chest, reach your fingers high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Can you ground your pinky toenails into the floor? Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Breathe. Spin your right hip down. Draw your outer left hip back a bit so that your pelvis is nice and square. Keep reaching down through your left heel. As you press into your hands, inhale your right leg a little higher. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, shift forward to plank. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow across the body. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Press into your feet. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Take a moment. Organize yourself. Press down and out through your back toes. Press down and forward through your front foot. And then scissor your inner thighs together to help draw your right hip back, left hip forward. Keep your shoulders soft, your gaze soft. Bend your front knee a little deeper. Reach through your fingers, take a breath in. Exhale, eagle arms on the left. Double wrap your left arm under. Stay in this high lunge. On an inhale, lift your elbows and gaze to the ceiling. Taking a big back bend here. Heart lifts, elbows are reaching up, fingers are stretching back. Take a big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Spin that left foot to the floor, extend your arms wide. Add a little more reach through your left fingertips. As you bend your right knee deeper, try and find more space in that right hip crease. Gaze is soft over your right middle finger. Press into your feet. Inhale, stretch your right leg straight. Exhale, Trikonasana. Shift your hips back. You can press your right hand and your right shin slightly to lengthen your right side a little more. Let your left hip bone bow down slightly, and then spin your right ribs, your heart, maybe even your gaze towards your left thumb. Press your back foot down a little more and feel that energy lengthen all the way out through the top of your head. From here, bend your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Let that bending of your right knee press that right arm up and back. Get longer through your entire right side. Again, make more space in that right hip crease. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, low lunge. Square off to the front of your space. Inhale, low lunge twist, right arm high. Drop your outer right hip down. Lift underneath the front of your left hip a little more so your hips are square to the floor. And then rotate above your pelvis. Start to spin your belly, your heart, and your gaze to the ceiling. Take another breath in. Exhale, Standasana to the left. Crawl your hands to the left. Pivot your left toes out and bend your left knee deeply. Try and swivel your right toes up to the ceiling. And then whatever arms feel good, keep your hands on the floor and press that left knee open with your elbow. Maybe hands to prayer. A little chest opener might be nice. Or even a bind. We're not here too long. Stay for one more big breath in. And as you exhale, low lunge to the front of your space. Crawl those fingers forward. Bend your right knee, square off. We'll move through our flow. Inhale, your version of plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Notice how your right side feels compared to your left. Observe, check in. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Keep those hips square. Roll your left hip down. Draw your outer right hip back. Keep melting your right heel down. Pressing your hands. Inhale your left leg a little higher. Exhale, shift forward. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot all the way up between your hands. Pressing down to rise. Inhale, high lunge. Take your time. Anchor down through your front foot. Press into your back toes. Scissor your inner thighs together on this side. Left hip draws back. Right hip draws forward. Working to square off to the front of your space. As you bend your front knee deeper, reach through your fingers, take a breath in. Exhale, eagle arms on the right, double wrap your right arm under. Keep those legs strong. Inhale, lift your elbows, lift your heart, lift your gaze, add a back bend. Squeeze your inner thighs. Pull your belly and lift your heart even more. Reach those fingers back, take one more breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Extend your arms wide, seal the outer edge of your right foot to the floor. Add a little more reach through your right fingers as you bend your left knee deeper. Create more space in your left hip crease. Soft eyes over your left middle finger. Inhale, stretch your left leg straight. Exhale, Trikonasana. Left hand down, right arm high. Gently press your left hand into your left shin. See if that can help you pull your left hip crease back and get longer from your left hip crease to your left armpit. Anchor more through your back foot. Spin your right hip down slightly, and then counter that with a twist of your torso. Left ribs, heart, and gaze to the ceiling. Get longer through the top of your head and draw your front ribs in. From here, start to bend that front knee. Let that knee press that left arm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reaching back, creating space in your left side body. Take a breath in, fill. Exhale, low lunge, square off. Inhale, low lunge, twist, left arm high. So the tendency here as you twist is to drop that right hip bone down. See if you can lift underneath your right hip a little bit. Try and square your pelvis to the floor, and then keep that as you twist. Your belly, your heart, your gaze. Take a big breath in. Exhale, Skandasana to the right. Crawl your hands right, pivot your right toes out, bend your right knee. Swivel your left toes to the ceiling. Any arm variation, fingers on the floor, hands to prayer. Maybe go for that chest opener or bind. We're not here for too long. Stay for one more inhale. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your space. Inhale, your version of plank. You might float that left leg. You can always bring your knees to the floor or skip chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Smooth out that flow. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit low, Utkatasana. Exhale, half chair, tap the floor, stay low. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, shift forward. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, cross your body. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, high lunge with eagle arms, left arm under. Inhale, add that back bend, lift your heart, reach your elbows up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, stretch your right leg straight. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your right knee, reach that right arm back. Exhale, low lunge. Keep your hips square. Inhale, low lunge, twist, right arm high. Exhale, Skandasana to the left. We're here for a big inhale. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your space. Inhale, your version of plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, high lunge with eagle arms, right arm under. Inhale, add that back bend, lift your heart, lift your elbows. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, left leg straight. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your left knee, reach back. Exhale, low lunge. Keep those hips square. Inhale, low lunge, twist, left arm high. Exhale, Skandasana on the right. Crawl your hands right. Stay for a big inhale. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your space. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, soft jaw. Exhale, down dog, 3 slow breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your neck. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Take one more breath in. Full breath out. Adding on. Inhale, rise high on your toes. Gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit low, Utkatasana. Exhale, half chair. From here, first change. Shift to your right foot. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Left knee lifts, arms overhead. Find your balance. Hook your belly in and up. Draw your front ribs in. Press down more through your right foot and get longer through your side. Waist out your fingertips. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, eagle on the left. Bend your right knee. Try and double wrap your left leg over. Try and double wrap your left arm under. Squeeze your legs together. Squeeze your arms together. Lift your elbows shoulder height. As you move your forearms away from your face, spread between your shoulder blades. Option to stay here and work on sitting lower, or maybe fly your eagle today. Bring your elbows in front of your knees, fingers towards the floor. Wherever you are, breathe for 3, 2, 1. Keep these arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain with eagle arms. Left knee lifts. Exhale, airplane with eagle arms. Extend that left leg behind you. Reach out your left heel. Pull forward through the top of your head. And as your forearms pull towards the floor, lift your belly and front ribs towards your spine. Stay for 3. High lunge with eagle arms. Coming up in 2. And 1. Soften your right knee. Big step back. High lunge with eagle arms. Add that back bend. Take a breath in. Lift your heart. Lift your elbows. Exhale, warrior 2. Turn your right palm to the ceiling. Inhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Right hand to the inside of your right foot, left arm to the ceiling. Turn your left palm to face the front of the room. Notice how that takes your pinky finger forward a lot. Try and lead with that pinky finger as you reach that left arm overhead. So here, your left tricep is spinning down towards your nose. That kind of encourages your torso to roll down towards the floor. Keep that action in your left arm, but then counter that by spinning your right ribs to the ceiling. Anchor more through your back foot to float your left hip a little higher, but bend your right knee deeper. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more breath. Exhale, low lunge. Hands to the floor, square off. Inhale, low lunge twist, right arm high. Exhale, Vashisthasana, side plank. Rolling to the outer edge of your left foot. Stack that right leg on top. If this is too much, you can take modified side plank like we did in the beginning of class. If you'd like to add a little challenge, float that right leg. Breathe for 3. Plank position coming up in 2. And 1. Plank position. Pause here, listen closely. We're going to take side plank on the right, but on our right forearm. So lower your right forearm parallel to the front of your mat, pivot to the outer edge of your right foot, and reach your left arm to the sky. Good option again to float that top leg. Lift your hips away from the floor. Breathe for 3, Forearm plank coming up in, 2, and 1. This time, forearm plank, pivot to square off to the floor. Forearms are on the floor. Tuck your tailbone towards your heels. We're gonna add some mountain climber legs. Right knee will come to your right arm. Left knee will come to your left arm. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Back to plank, other side. Exhale, left. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right. And plank. Left. 8 more than child's pose. 8. 7. Keep pressing the floor away with your arms. 6. You got it. Last 5. 4. 3. 2. Yes, 1 more. 1. Child's pose. How quickly can you release? Let it go. Walk your hands to your knees. Come to stand on your knees, setting up for Ustrasana. Tuck your toes. Bring your hands to the top of your buttocks flesh. Roll your shoulders open, draw your elbows in. Use your hands here to press your hips forward. Try and keep your hips over your knees. Lift your heart and gaze to the ceiling. Keep tracing your gaze along the ceiling towards the wall behind you. If you see that wall, those heels are right there. Maybe reach for your heels with your hands. Wherever you are, keep those hips pressing forward. Heart lift to the ceiling. Head drops behind you. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more breath. As you exhale, slowly tuck your chin, untuck your toes. Sit on your heels, rest your hands, palms down on your thighs, and close your eyes. Another moment of stillness to observe any sensations. Gently crack your eyes open. Downward facing dog. On an inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump your feet to your heels. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit low, Utkatasana. Exhale, half chair. Shift your weight to your left foot. Inhale, one-legged mount, right knee lifts, arms overhead, pause and breathe. Find your length down through your left heel, out the top of your head and fingertips. Pull your belly in and up, stabilize. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, Garudasana on the left, bend that left knee. Try and double wrap your right leg over. Try and double wrap your right arm under. Wringing out your arms, wringing out your legs, sit lower. Lift your elbows shoulder height and pull your forearms forward as you pull your belly in and spread between your shoulder blades. Option again to stay here and work on getting lower in your hips, or maybe take flight. Elbows in front of your knees, fingers towards the floor. Stay for 3, 2, and 1. Keep these arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain with eagle arms. Right knee lifts. Exhale, airplane with eagle arms. Reach out that right heel. Pull forward through the top of your head. Spin your right hip down to square off your pelvis. As your forearms move towards the floor, pull your belly and front ribs in and up. Stay for 3. High lunge with eagle arms coming up in 2. And 1. Soften your front knee, big step back with that right leg. Adding that back bend. Inhale, lift your elbows, lift your heart. Exhale, warrior 2. Turn your left palm to the ceiling. Inhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Left hand down, right arm high. Turn your right palm to the front of the room. Really notice how that pinky finger moves forward. And then lead with that pinky finger as you reach your right arm overhead. Your right tricep will spin down towards your nose, down towards the floor. Again, you might notice as your torso wants to spin down as well to respond. Keep that right arm rolling down, but then press your left elbow into your left knee and spin your left ribs and heart to the ceiling. There's a twist here. Anchor through your back foot, lighten up your hips. Keep a deep bend in that front knee, 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, low lunge, twist left arm high. Exhale, Vashisthasana, your version of side plank. Option to modify, maybe float that top leg for 3. Plank coming up in 2. And 1. Nice, you guys, plank position, square off. Now we'll take side plank on the left on our left forearm. Lower your left forearm down parallel to the front of your mat. Spin to the outer edge of your left foot, reach your right arm high. Option to float that top leg for 3, 2, and 1. Forearm plank, square off to the floor. On those forearms, press the floor away, pull your belly in, engage your core. We've got those mountain climbers. Take a breath in. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left and plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, child's pose. Yes, you guys, knees down, hips back. As quickly as possible, release, let go. Walk your hands back towards your knees. One more round of Ustrasana. Come to stand on your knees. Tuck those toes. Your choice. You can reach straight back for those heels or start with your hands on your hips. Take a breath in. Lift your heart. Trace your gaze along the ceiling. Keep pressing your hips forward. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, tuck your chin, untuck your toes, palms down on your thighs, have a seat. Close your eyes. Sometimes when you observe, you might even not know what you're looking for. And that's okay. Just sit with sensation, sit with feeling. Little by little, things will start to reveal themselves. Gently crack your eyes open. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rise high on your toes, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold with straight legs. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Exhale, your hands to prayer in front of your hearts. Set up for Nadarajasana, dancer's pose on the right. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Bend your right knee and grab for the inside of your right foot with your right hand. Point your right knee to the floor and squeeze your right knee in close to your left. Then bring your left thumb and index finger together. Reach your left arm straight up to the ceiling. Good. Kick your right foot into your right hand. Use that reach of your right foot up and back and your left fingers up and back to help draw you into dancer's pose. So this is a very uplifted pose. Your right toes, your heart, your left fingers are all reaching up towards the sky. Breathe here for 3. Keep that kick of right foot into right hand for 2. Lift a little higher. 1, slowly release, beautiful. Back to Tadasana, take a moment. Other side, right hand to your hip. Bend your left knee, grab for the inside of your left foot. Point your left knee towards the floor and squeeze that left knee in. So as you start to kick this left leg back, try not to let that left leg open. You want to try and stay square and narrow here through the hips. Bring your right thumb and index finger together. Extend your right arm high. Start with that kick, left foot into left hand, and then feel that oppositional reach of your right fingers and your left toes up. Yes, like your whole back body is smiling. Again, notice those hips. Try and keep your hips square and narrow. Breathe here for 3. Keep that kick, left foot into left hand for 2. Lift a little higher. 1, slowly release Tadasana, hands to prayer. Bring your hands to your hips. Heel toe your feet hip width apart. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Soften your knees. Padahastasana, lift your entire feet. Try and slide your hands under your feet so that your toes come to your wrist creases. Press your toes into your wrists. On an inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, press your hands into your feet to pull yourself into a forward fold. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Press your heels down and away from each other to spread through your sit bones. Take 1 more breath. Fold a little deeper as you exhale. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet all the way together. And then step back just a little bit, kind of like we did in the beginning. Make sure you have at least 1.5 feet between your toes and the front of your mat. And then bend your knees deeply and come all the way into a squat. So your feet are together and you're in a squat. Good. We have 3 rounds of crow play. So just take whatever you can each round. You can keep it simple or you can add on some variations. I'll talk you through variations as we advance through each round. So first round, basic Kakasana. Open your knees, bring your hands to the floor. Lift your knees up into your armpits. Pull your heart forward. As you start to press your arms and knees in towards each other, keep your heart and gaze moving forward and up. Shift way far forward to those fingers, maybe so much so that your feet lighten. You might just play around here lifting 1 foot and the other, or maybe both feet lift. Can you find a little eagle here? Can you press the floor with your hands and puff your upper back to the ceiling? Pull your belly in and up. If your feet are lifted, bring your big toes to touch and your heels closer to your butt. Stay for 3. 2, slowly bring your feet to the floor, come back into that squat and rest. Good, variation number 2, this is just an option. Moving from crow to tripod. So you'll come into crow, and then from there, maybe lower your head to the floor. Squeezing your elbows in, lifting your shoulder blades up, your back away from your ears, and then you might try and reverse, coming back into crow, and then taking a little rest. Yeah, so give that a play, your choice. You might just be working on regular crow. If all of this sounds uncomfortable, option for prayer squat or child's pose. So let's give it a try. Open your knees, hands to the floor, bring those knees to your armpits. Pull forward. That shift of weight, you guys are all strong enough. It's a lot of physics here. That shift of weight pulling forward will make this happen easier in your body. Lighten those feet so those feet just float off the floor. Maybe bring the top of your head to the floor. If so, lift your shoulders up, your back away from your ears. Wherever you are, take your time. You might be coming into reverse through that crow again. We'll all meet up in a squat in 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, guys. Last option. Any variation from child's pose to this final stage. You'll move through crow again, into that tripod, and then maybe tripod headstand. And then after you've taken a couple breaths, you'll just try and rewind back into that crow, and then back into that squat. Yeah, any option, child's pose, prayer squat, crow, tripod, or tripod headstand. Let's see what happens. Open those knees, hands to the floor. Take your time. I'm letting you play on your own here. If you're in tripod headstand, see if you can take 3 breaths before you reverse that flow back into crow. We'll meet up in that squat in 3, 2, and 1. Yes, you guys, that was awesome. From here, just drop your butt to the floor. Open your legs out wide into a straddle. So good. Knees and toes point up to the ceiling. Good. Inhale here, sit up tall. And on an exhale, you can either walk your fingers forward or grab onto your big toes. Make your way back up to sit. Keep your knees wide, bring the soles of your feet together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Make your way up to sit. We'll come into ankle to knee. Keep it simple here, just slide your left foot over to the right a little. Try and stack your right shin on top of your left. If that's too much, right leg in front, sit cross-legged. Flex your feet, sit up tall as you breathe in. Try and keep both sit bones anchored. Exhale, fold. Make your way back up to sit. Again, super simple. Just swap out those legs. Right shin on the bottom, left shin on top or in front. Flex your feet, sit up tall, take a breath in. Exhale and you practice SVADHYAYA, self-study, the more potential you have to empower yourself with consciousness, with awareness of your true self. Back up to sit. Stretch your legs out long in front of you. Flex your feet. Sit up tall. Take a breath in. Exhale and fold. From here, start to unroll onto your back. As you do so, just hug your right knee into your chest. Inhale, squeeze that right knee to your right armpit. And exhale, easy twist, let your knee fall left, look right. Inhale, back to center. Switch it up, hug your left knee in, right leg long. Inhale, squeeze that left knee in a little tighter. Exhale, easy twist, knee right, look left. And inhale back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give everything a nice tight squeeze. Forehead to your knees, arms around your shins. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release, and set up for final rest. Shavasana. Give the setup for Shavasana as much attention as you do to any other pose. And then let go. Rise and fall of your belly and chest. Add some wiggles to your toes, your ankles, your fingers, your wrists. When you're ready, hug your knees into your chest, roll your right side. Take a moment there, acknowledge this transition from your mat into the rest of your day, and see if you can bring along that idea of SVADHYAYA, self-study, with you. Make your way up to a comfortable seated position. As you do so, bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Turning your gaze inward towards your source, your light within. Self-reflection is a humbling process. It's essential to find out why you think, say, and do certain things, then better yourself. Sonia Taklai. The divine light in me bows to the divine light in you. Namaste.